for Jay Lethal could never break. And that was the longest continuous Ring of Honor World Championship reign. What a return to Ring of Honor. Talk about men that know each other. And Lethal deciding, and he's, oh, look at that. He's choking out Dutt. He's just choking out, and Lethal doing almost nothing about it. Samoa Joe back home in Ring of Honor. Never thought I'd live the day to see it.
Welcome to Jobbed Out, the wrestling editorial that reminds you that once again, the industry is being ruled by two Samoans named Joe. April 1st, 2022 saw the first Ring of Honor show under Tony Khan's ownership, Supercard of Honor. The pay-per-view saw a lot of title changes, something that's not really new. When WWE bought WCW, they also had to move titles onto talents that they knew they would have under contract. While the show itself was pretty much anything a Ring of Honor or AEW fan would expect, something you also have to expect from TK is a surprise debut. And oh boy, did we get it. After the main event where Jonathan Gresham became undisputed ROH champion by defeating Bandito, Jay Lethal attacked the champ only to be saved by Ring of Honor Hall of Famer, yes that is a thing, Samoa Joe. Joe, the longest reigning and most dominant ROH champion in history, made the save and gave the relaunched brand a credible name to work with. But to quote Bobby Heenan, whose side is he on? Is he representing Ring of Honor, or is he All Elite? The answer came quickly as shortly after the show, the owner of both companies, Tony Khan, tweeted out that Samoa Joe is All Elite and will make his debut on Dynamite this coming Wednesday. He joins other Ring of Honor top names like Jay Lethal, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Adam Cole. Of course, Joe was one of the bigger free agents out there, albeit on the tail end of an injury-riddled career. He sat atop both Impact and ROH in the 2000s and 2010s before joining NXT and dominating there as well. At the time of this writing, he was the only three-time NXT champion in the brand's history, before injuries slowed his career pretty much to a stop. Joe found himself on Raw's commentary team while recovering from injuries before being fired, rehired in NXT where he had one lone match, and then fired again. With a reduced schedule as AEW doesn't do house shows, Joe's physical limitations can be hidden while his reputation and his strengths highlighted. You can hear the criticisms now though. Khan just signed another former WWE guy. Though hilariously, the people that parrot that sentiment always fail to realize that every big name in North America was a WWE guy. Because for 20 years, WWE was the only big employer for them to work. Anybody who wasn't a WWE employee gets criticized by those very same fans because they're not a big name. If anything, that really exposes how invalid these criticisms can be, because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Well damn, I just want to watch some wrestling. So if Joe is physically able to perform, whether it's full-time, part-time, as long as he gets a couple big programs per year, fantastic. If he's primarily with the company to be a trainer coach and maybe a name for others to develop around in ROH, fine. With AEW's admittedly bloated roster though, my concern is if Joe just becomes another name on the pile, like TK's collecting trading cards or something. If that's the case, then this could be the turning point, the very moments that even AEW's most dedicated hardcore fans could start tuning out. AEW has had an almost frustratingly long honeymoon period, I'll be the first to admit that. And there are fans who insist that the company can do no wrong. But just as WWE learned in the 2000s, if you keep swinging and missing and failing both wrestlers and fans by suppressing the ones who should be pushed, then an audience absolutely can and will turn on you eventually. Now this is all just my opinion though, so I do want to ask, what do you think about Samoa Joe returning to Ring of Honor and joining All Elite Wrestling? Is the company one that can make better use of Joe's skills than WWE did? Does he have the style and reputation that can actually boost the company and move the needle, so to speak? Or is TK just inching closer to becoming another billionaire Ted? Finally, how should Samoa Joe be used and with which brand? Let me know what you think in the comments and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more because I want you to be a part of this conversation too. For now though, I better get my shoulders off the mat, so I want to thank you for tuning in to Jobbed Out, I'll catch you next time.